Hey, Rob here, and I've got a product review I'm going to be doing, and this product is by Mayflash. It is a USB Nintendo 64 controller adapter, and I got this off of Amazon.com for a fair price. I could have gotten a controller itself that had a USB cord to it, but this was cheaper. I figured, why the hell not? I'll do it anyways, and we'll see how it works. And I've heard good reviews of it, and you'll hear my opinion of it. So first off, the packaging is in that piss me off plastic stuff, but it's not quite. So you can remove this quite easily. So thank you, Mayflash. That I really appreciate that I don't have to go and get a knife and cut this open. So it looks like you could play two controllers and connect it to the USB. I've heard reports you could use two of these for 4-player, but I'm not sure how that works. So it says connect your Nintendo 64 to the USB port. All connections are supported, perfect for emulation programs, and will also work with monitored PC games. That would be fun. Play frickin' Skyrim with an N64 controller. Let's see. No extra power supply required, no drivers, like that. 2 players can play simultaneously. But I've heard you actually have to go in and configure it, so let me unpackage this and we'll see if this thing works. Okay, so to configure this thing for Windows 7, what you want to do is go to Devices and Printers, apparently, and you're figuring this out as I'm figuring it out. USB Gamepad, Game Controller Settings, right-click it, USB Gamepad, Advanced, Preferred Device, Properties. There we go, this is what we want. This is your USB Gamepad properties. You're going to test this thing, so test a new controller. If the controller is not functioning properly, it may need to be calibrated. To calibrate, go to the Settings tab. Settings, Calibrate. Use this wizard to calibrate. Next. Move the handle in complete circles, then press a button on the controller. So I'm moving the joystick on the N64 controller in complete circles, and then I'm going to press a button on the controller. So I did that. Next. Leave the handle centered, then press a button on the controller. So I'm pressing a button on the controller. Next, move the Z-axis all the way up and down, and then press a button on the controller. Up, down, up, down, up, down, and press a button on the controller. Pressing a button on the controller. Next, move the Z rotation all the way up and down, and then press a button on the controller. What do they mean by Z rotation? I guess left and right. Left, right, left, right. Press a button on the controller. Next, to save your calibration, click Finish. Finish. So, apply. Okay. Okay, let's see if this works in Project 64. Configure controller. Analog stick. Left. That ain't working. Game device. Alright, so I'm having a little difficulty getting this set up, so I'll come back when I figure this out. Okay, so literally 2 seconds later, I've figured this fricker out. So what you need to do, I've been told that this was an issue with the computer, not the device. You see how there's USB Gamepad 1 and then 2 here? This one corresponds to the far right input, and this is the far left input. So I put mine in the far left input, so we want the far left input. So the analog stick for left, let me move it, and it registers as joy left, up, right, joy right, and to prove I am doing this with a Nintendo 64 controller, down, joy down, A, B, start, left, right, Z. I really need to find a turbo for Z so I can fire the gun as fast as possible in perfect dark. C left, C up, C right, C down, and you get the picture. So let me finish this and we'll pop a game in. So for shits and giggles, let's run perfect dark. I do own this cartridge, so the ROM is not illegal. And let's see how the N64 controller works. I tried this with a normal D-pad. I couldn't get used to it. I hated it with a living passion. Oh, that is beautiful. Who made this product again? Mayflash? This is working good so far. So, let's see how this really works by doing a quick mission. We'll see how good your product really is. See what the dead zone is on this baby. We gotta make sure all the buttons work as well. I love the graphical mods that Project 64 can do to old Nintendo 64 games. It makes them look ultra crisp, and I love it. So let's see. Okay, C buttons work. Up, down, left, and strafe work. Z works. Reload works. A works. Feels a little bit stiff. Yeah, it feels a little bit stiff on the inputs. Like if I want to strafe left and right with the C buttons and the joystick, it's a little bit stiff, but I'm sure I can calibrate that. But other than that, this is really... Oh, I'm turning a little slow. I'm sure I can calibrate this, but all in all, I'm very happy. I'm very pleased. This was $20 off of Amazon.com. I'm very happy with it already, and there will be a link in the description below if you would like to purchase it. Thanks, guys.